zone can be very different, so I do apologize.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, had a quick chance to look at the file, the documentation you sent, and yeah, just like I think the purpose of this call is just to understand more about the details and the logic behind the slot machine game, and if you
Okay.
can kind of fill in on the specifics, that would be great. But overall, documentation is great. I think it's more of a game development project than anything else. But yeah, love to hear more about your intention and your objectives for this project.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm in a large NFT community right now called Wolf Game.
Okay.
Um, and within Wolf Game, the entire community is very excited about doing something related to a way to gamble with their assets. So the entire community kind of put me at the forefront. It's like, hey, you go make this and we'll all play. So I was like, sure, definitely. It's a great profit opportunity as well for making some sort of, like 5% house edge with the game. But yeah, everyone's just very excited to play and just wanting to really go for it. But my main intention with the game is creating a single slot machine um, on the theme of Wolf Game, which is the NFT community. And then, so like the different symbols in the game would be Wolf Game asset symbols. And then with the bonus buys within so the way that Wolf Game works is it's released in like 4 phases. The first 3 phases were mini games, and then the 4th phase is called full game, which is the actual Wolf Game, and that's not going to be released until October. And so everyone right now is really looking to play a mini game, but the previous mini game just ended, and now it's like this awkward zone, and we're just waiting. So what I wanted to do with this game is if they get the bonus, it's like they get to choose which one of the mini games they want to play, and they can go back and replay those mini games.
Okay. Right. It's kind of like a um like a retention strategy in which like they can go
Yeah,
back and play, and then the more they play, the more addicted they'll get.
right.
Okay. Um, all right. I'm looking at the roll bit. So you want to do something like roll bit? Do you want it to
Yes,
exactly copy?
like
Yeah.
no. So I don't want it to be like Rollbit. I want it to be like the specific game that I linked, which is Buffalo King.
Okay.
Because Rollbit's a whole casino. All I want is one single slot machine. So the
Right.
entire website as a whole is just a slot.
Gotcha. All right. Okie dokes. Buffalo King.
It shouldn't take much because really we could just copy the Buffalo King mechanics and then just change the symbols to my desired symbols, and then the only thing we would have to really make is the mini games. But the mini games is also that's already available from Wolf Game that we have, so really we could just copy that as well.
Oh, cool. You have the backend code for the games.
I might have the one from Wolf Game, and I'm not sure if, I mean, it's possible we could find a backend code of Buffalo King, but not that I know of.
Buffalo King. Definitely. There'll be a lot of open source solutions for this like slot machine thing. It might not look exactly like Buffalo King, but it's pretty straightforward. So, I can
Yeah,
send you
perfect.
some a couple of GitHub open source links where you can just see. Actually, we can just literally clone the games and then swap the logos and graphics to your logos and graphics. Um, so that being said, it's not gonna be a big issue. The mini games, I do want to know more about the mini games, like how many
Yeah,
mini games
absolutely.
you want, and like land deed. I mean, um, these are a game within itself, so it might take a bit more time.
Well, the
Yeah.
no, like the land deed, that's just gonna be a picture in the slot machine.
Okay.
Like that's not going to
Okay.
actually be anything.
Right.
And same with the wolves and the sheep. Like those are just going to be pictures as like the symbols. Those aren't actually going to be like the NFTs or anything. But the mini games, those might need a little bit more discussion, especially cave game.
Yeah.
But did you get a chance to watch the YouTube video that I linked in my document for cave game?
I had a
Hey,
quick
I'm
skim through last time. I think I just need more time to kind of digest the game mechanics, but think
Yeah,
it,
I mean
yeah,
it's really easy, really simple. The way that it works is there's a what's called a cave, which is really just like a, let's just call it a 100 by 100 square map. In it, there are walls all over the place, and your character is placed in there, and you can't see anywhere else around you except for the current square that you're sitting on, and you can see if there's a wall at your perimeter, and that's it. And then you have 100 moves, so you can move forward, move to the side. If you move to the side and there's a wall, it'll say it won't let you move there. So then you can move forward, then to the side, whatever. And you're walking around until you find a what's called a dig spot. And you know it's a dig spot because it's like shiny and glowing kind of under you. And then you hit dig, and then most of the time you dig and it'll say like, oh, you found the shepherd's beard trimmings, which means you found nothing. But then sometimes it'll say, oh, you found this much wool, which is the currency used in Wolf Game. And then it says, or in our case, it'll say, oh, you found a land parcel, or oh, you found a wolf, or you found a sheep, or whatever. And they'll have a certain amount of moves to move within cave game.
all right. So the YouTube you sent me before, I don't know if they have real live action of the game. It's just like the guy just going through the white paper basically and the rules of the game.
I see. Here,
Yeah.
I'll try to find here, I'll try to find one with an actual gameplay. Okay, here we go. All right, I will send this to you via Upwork right now.
All right.
All right, just sent it. So that one should be pretty simple and straightforward. You should create a 100 by 100 square thing and with random wall placements throughout, and then just put random shiny spots each with a certain percent chance of being wool, nothing, land parcel, sheep, etc.
All right. Yeah, I see it. It's kind of like those. All right, I understand. Scavenger, 8-bit scavenger game. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's like a completely different game from the slot machine. But
Well, I mean, so that you can only play this game, cave game, if you win the bonus on the slot machine. So that's like a bonus game mode.
okay. And you have besides this cave game, what other mini games would you have?
So I would only have 2 mini games. So there would be 3 options for them to play if they hit the bonus. They can play cave game. They can get 10 free spins on the slot machine, and those have like higher percent chances of getting like maybe some like multipliers and bonuses and that kind of thing. And then their third option is what's called alpha game. This one should be simpler. There's not really a gameplay version that I can find on YouTube, but the way that works is, I mean, you can make it look however you want, but it's pretty simple. It's basically what the player is a wolf, and they choose to and they're playing against the computer, who will also be a wolf. So the player can choose to either like fortify their wolf to just in case the other player attacks them, or they can attack the other player.
All
So
right.
there's two options. They can fortify or attack, and they'll have 10 times to choose. If they attack the other player, they take some, they'll win some money successfully. But if the other player fortifies, they don't win anything.
Okay.
And so the computer every single time will just flip a coin 50-50 as to whether it will fortify or not, and then whether it'll attack or not.
Okay. Yeah, I think to fit your budget, I can do is to provide you a list of open source games, back in code, and it might not. The biggest risk to that is like it might not exactly do what you intend to do in terms of the game logic, like the coin flipping thing, but the overall game logic will be similar to these two mini games. And for the slot machine, definitely is going to be a lot of resources. It's not going to be hard. These two mini games, yeah, the fortify thing, I can't really guarantee it's gonna do exactly what you want it to do, but it'll be a similar game. And what I
Right. Well,
can do,
as far as budget goes, I mean, it's it's really flexible. So I just I want to get my vision done, and so whatever you tell me it's going to take to get that done, I'll try to work with it. I do have some other people that I'm talking to about a possible budget. So I guess it's just going to come down to like whoever has the better price in the end. But like, what do you think it would take to get what I want?
uh, firstly, yeah, definitely I can do the slot machine and the mini game under 2 grand. But the fortify or attack one, it sounds less familiar to me. So what I have to do is to go online and do some research and see if there's any existing solution, and that in turn will make you would make us easier and make the project cheaper if there's an existing similar game. If not, we have to do from scratch, and create the logic by ourselves, either using Unity as a game logic tool, or other ways to develop this game from scratch. And usually, development requires a team. So if you were to hire me, then I have to do all these grunt work and then make these necessary recommendations and the research proposal. And once you approve that, then I start working on it and do um, trial and errors and development. So that might easily take 1 to 2.5 months, and that means the more time I spend on this, the costlier it gets. So in summary, it might take 5 grand to 6 grand if you want to just to start like designing a game from scratch. Just one of these games from scratch, the budget would cost well over 5 grand, I think.
I see. Okay, so then in that case, we could scratch the alpha game part, and we could just they could choose to either play cave game or continue with the slot.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, certainly I can do like some research and see if there's any cool mini games out there that I can just apply it. But yeah, it won't exactly do what you intend to do, but I mean, there's more options for your players to choose and play from. But yeah, I mean, if you want that, I can certainly do it. But the scavenging game, not a problem. The slot machine, definitely not a problem. Yeah, so the whole overall project will be more of a gaming development project as opposed to
For sure.
NFTs or like smart contracts. I don't think at
Yeah.
this point of time you don't need to apply any blockchain technologies here.
Well,
Yeah.
so the one thing the way that I the one kind of blockchain ish thing that I do want to put in is their buy-in. I don't want it to be with cash. I want it to be with the ERC20 token wool.
Okay. So buy with ERC20 tokens, then that
Yeah,
means integration with MetaMask, which is a straightforward job.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is in Cave Game, if they do find a land parcel or a sheep or a wolf or whatever, just a way for it to automatically be taken from my MetaMask wallet and sent to theirs.
All right. So that requires some customized automation in backend. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, worst comes to worst, like I that blockchain development, that smart contract is really easy to develop, and so my friend could do that
Oh, okay.
if need be. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You could just let me know.
Yeah. I do also have a group of friends that can do it. But yeah, whatever works. But all right. Cool. I think I got the gist of the whole project, Jason. What the next step will be? I just send you some open source solutions for the slot machine and then the scavenger game, and we can go from there.
Perfect. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any other questions, let me know.
No worries. Yeah, you. Thank you so much for having this call, and thank you for your patience.
Of course, I appreciate it. All right.
All right,
We'll talk to you later.
thank you.